What's up everybody, Boxing Physique here. So in this video I'd love to talk about Conor McGregor's body transformation, which in my opinion is great, and I'm a huge fan of Conor McGregor because I just try to remind you, because you might think that I don't like him by judging by this video which you're gonna see right now. That's what I believe. So let's check it out. Tell me if you think it's significant or it's not that crazy of a transformation, but I would love to give you my honest opinion about it. So let's begin with August 25th, 2018, a month and a half before Khabib fight. So keep in mind that this fight was at 155 pounds, so it matters. It definitely matters because they prepare him for that weight cut, right? So let's just proceed, different picture. September 16th, right? Not looking bad at all, if you ask me. September 13th, this was a bit of an earlier picture. But it turns out that it depends on the viewing angle, right? This is a sparring session uploaded on September 19th. And I just discussed it with you, this sparring session, saying that he looks a bit beat up, that he looks a bit sloppy. And I was expecting something to happen, something bad to happen to him versus Khabib, right? Looking a bit beat up. Even though I'm a huge Conor McGregor fan, I'm just stating out these things. So we are still here in 2018, isn't it? So as I said, don't forget that this is weight 155 pounds, okay? Pay close attention to this, okay? Let me just keep going with it. October 6th, this is how he looks, right? Appearing in the fight. But something happened which a lot of you might have not noticed. You might don't hear this often, isn't it? So after the loss of Khabib Nurmagomedov, I don't see McGregor taking any rests, almost no rests at all. I think he took 3 weeks, maybe a month of a rest, but he kept updating us with training, with physique updates, looking like that on February 10th, 2019. Usually in the off-season he looks a lot more bloated up. March 11th, in a very great shape, by the way. March 21st, March 31st. In a comparison, August 25th. By the way, one of the reasons for him to be doing such a long training camp throughout the whole year is due to the fact that he was supposed to fight in the summer. But here comes the problem. Going off season and going on a vacation, especially for a fighter who put in the work from 5 to 7 hours in a day, because McGregor, that's what he's doing. To be putting in so much work, it's grueling, right? So he needs to take some time off. But in his situation, and it keeps going right now, he didn't stop his training camp at all, right? This is a couple of weeks before actual fight for 155. This is off season. It's a new thing. It's an indication of a change. I don't like changes at all sometimes, right? Changes indicate something bad in my opinion. My 19th, still looking kind of small in my opinion, even though I never see him, as I said numerous times, never see him that small in the off season. So nothing wrong with keeping up with your shape, but I think what happened is the same what happens with AJ. Even though AJ is a boxer, it's a different story. Is that after you take a loss, you're obliged. You should take a break, but they don't take any breaks. They're putting in so much work because of the shame which they go through of losing, and it's a rare occurrence of him losing. I think it almost never happened, only versus Diaz. So he's been putting in the work, year and a half, non-stop training camp, and this is the result. October 20th, it keeps going like that. Like, physique doesn't change at all, and even getting smaller, I think. So in my opinion, the biggest problem here is that he will be lacking explosiveness, maybe. I mean, here looks a bit bigger, looks quite impressive, but he might be lacking quite some explosiveness, right? In a comparison, as I said, it depends on viewing angle as well. But this is in, let me see, I'm not sure, this is in This is by the end of 2019, right? So the biggest problem of his approach is that, as I said, as a knockout artist, as a fighter, he needed some time to recover. I don't think he get it. This is two numerous training camps, one after the other. Two numerous training camps. January 7th. I mean, he looks phenomenal, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of him. I want him to win. But if I gotta be completely honest with you, changes like that are not perfect, because you see, there's not so much of a huge difference. September 13th, this is like 3 weeks before a huge weight cut. He looks like that, and right now he looks... oh yeah, and one of the reasons, by the way, if you don't follow him, is that Conor McGregor stated that he is ready for one of, Tony Ferguson to pull out versus Khabib, and him to step up in the fight, right? So he was fight ready throughout the whole year of 2019, because he didn't know when he was about to fight. Summertime, end of the year, and this is the result. Not so much of a huge... By the way, this is supposed to be a fight of 170 pounds. You don't see any huge difference. 150 versus 170. It's actually a close weight, because right here I think he just drops it a week before the fight. Drops it quickly by dehydrating. So in a recent training video, he posted this, and this is brand new, by the way. Right, this is him, his physique, kind of looking slim, as I said, you can tell, right? And in comparison, let me see. In comparison, you can see January 20 versus September 2000. It's almost like a year and a half difference, different weight classes. I really hope McGregor is coming back stronger. True, don't forget about it. 2 different training camps. You can see the differences right here. So, what's your opinion about his transformation? He doesn't look that big, isn't it? He's just keeping some average weight. And this is my biggest concern, right? I think back in the day he was a bit too overtrained, even though they state that he was not taking it seriously. But right now he might have been overtrained, because I will just tell you in a different video my opinion about his workout. I mean, generally speaking, I don't see any huge difference. This is 155 pounds back in 2018 versus 2020. That's kind of a bad indication for the physique of a person, isn't it? So as I said, I don't see any huge difference. It just stays the same. It's not like he used to be back in the day, and things change for McGregor. I really hope and wish him the best, because I'm a huge fan of him. I wish he is getting that win, so we see a very entertaining fight between what is it? Cowboy, actually between Khabib and McGregor. But here's how I think it, right? With McGregor, it used to work out well back in the day, being in that state of mind, dropping weight a lot, and then going back up, and then dropping it back down when he has to. I mean, there are some types of fighter who they're about extremes, isn't it? Just like the knockout, you just start from zero and you just explode on it. And I don't see any explosive power on his part, so I really hope we see the best version of McGregor. He looks phenomenal, but it's like that throughout the whole year. So I'm not sure about it anymore, right? He just keeps it too slim, which is great for an upcoming event of 155, but to be so slim, and he was the same or even slimmer in the off-season during the summer. So imagine to be keeping that physique for so long. The torment you put on, you put in some crazy effort, and you put in some miles on your body, isn't it? So I'm not sure it's the best thing to be like that throughout the whole year, to be keeping such a body, right? So we'll see how it goes. I hope he comes back fresh, right? Not overtrained. Thank you for watching. Catch you later, guys. Peace out.